No Luck podcast where you don't need luck to get where you want to go. This is episode 2, and I have some homies with me tonight alongside my new co-host, Luke Holland.
What's up, guys?
Who do we have? Who do you want to introduce our guests?
Yeah. I'll do it.
We got...
I think you guys should introduce yourselves.
No, I want you to do it.
All right.
I want to be introduced. Don't mess it up.
I'm nervous now.
Don't mess it up.
Okay. So these are our homies. T and P.
T and P.
That's right.
They're the white
Also
key
known
pill.
as PT.
PT. Yo, we got Taylor Pearson and Preston in the building tonight. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Dude, let's just get into it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are both Reading Lokes.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you lived here?
I always say that I'm like third generation Reading.
Okay.
Because my grandpa and my mom, this is what, like, my grandpa and my mom graduated from the same junior high and high school that I graduated from. So I'm just
Sick.
here, baby. My family's here.
Yeah.
It's been from here, so.
Are you?
Yeah, I grew up here too. I moved around quite a bit after I turned 18,
Yeah.
but
Oh, you've been places.
I've been around.
You're a little
Yeah.
road pup.
It's like
Just a road pup. This is a little guy.
It's a circle.
Mm-hmm. But Reading's always home base.
Cool. So both of you guys are Reading Loke dogs.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys do?
For work? Or
Yeah,
for,
everything. Like, because Luke
for
and I know
life?
you, and like, there's probably a handful of people who know you, but to the people who don't know you, what do you want them to know about you?
So I am recently a barber. I just got my first job at my first shop,
Let's go.
downtown barber shop.
We're going to hit a round of applause button right there.
Let's go.
Hit it, Jerry.
That's sick, man.
Yeah, it's cool. It's been a wild ride. Changing careers at 30 is definitely
you-
not what I.
What were you doing before?
I was working as a firefighter.
That's
for
right.
like 7 years,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I got an on-duty injury in
Okay.
2020. So I was like, "Oh no, what am I gonna do?" And I kind of had to reassess and be like, "What did I like about being a fireman?
Yeah.
Like, what was I good at? What was not sick about it?" So kind of like got into being like, okay, I like bullshitting. I like,
Yeah, baby.
I mean, we
Yeah.
all do, really.
Yeah.
Getting paid to do that,
Yeah.
like, sign me up.
which is more of the job than you would really think. I worked for Dutch Bros for a long time too, so I got pretty good at just talking to people, shooting the shit, and tried to find something that I was gonna be a little safer.
Yeah.
Totally.
I get that.
Which my girlfriend's thrilled about.
Totally.
What's
It
your
was
order at Dutch, real quick?
Black coffee.
Black coffee?
Yeah.
You don't do the ice 911s or any of that stuff?
Oh, dude, forget about it.
Okay. That's fair enough.
Did I just offend you?
No.
Are you?
Dude, there's like 3 people who know this story, but when I moved here in 2017, Zach Lugo,
Yeah.
if you're listening to this or watching this,
boy.
you're an angel
The boy.
and we love you and miss
yeah.
you. I used to go to 4 C's and
it's the
Hell
best
yeah.
one.
like, it's before Luke was here, but I would use Luke's name as like currency.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
do you know
before I
Luke?
came back.
Yeah, it was before Luke came back, and I would go up to people and be like, "Do you know Luke?" And they're like, "Yeah," and like somehow that would get me like homie cred or something. So I went to
Works every
4
time.
C's. Yeah, I went to 4 C's every day for like 2 weeks, and
Hell yeah.
like Zach was working, and I don't know who the other people were, but I would go up. Zach Knops was the other one, and I would go up to the stand and be like, "Hey, is Zach Lugo working?" And they would look at me and be like, "Why?" And I was like, "I want to talk to him."
Yeah.
And he would
Why
come
give
up to
him a
me.
kiss? Why not? Why else would I be here?
Trying to make that bread.
Yeah, like,
Golden locks? What are you kidding me?
this is before his hair was long.
Oh, when it was just.
Yeah.
Dude, he would gel that every single
Dude,
day.
concreted
That
to the
pomade,
side.
Until he grew it out, his hair was just.
Yeah. he came up to me and I was like, hey bro, he's like, what's up, man? Like you could just tell he was like so tired all the time.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
hey bro, like I just moved here, like, and I would like casually name drop. I'm like, do you know Luke Holland? And he's like, yeah,
He's like, nope.
looks like a good homie. And I was like,
Nope.
cool, man. Like, I was wondering if you guys were hiring. And he was like,
Nope.
not really, man. But, you know, come back again another day. And I was like, cool. And I live like 2 minutes up the road. So I like went home and I was like, okay, I'm going to go back at the same time tomorrow. So then I went back, did the same thing.
Comeback kid, dude.
And I was like, yo, is Zach working? And the girl was like, weren't you here yesterday? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, he comes back. He's like, what's up, man? And I was like, hey, dude, this is Dutch hiring. And he's like, yeah, dude, drop your resume off here, blah, 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 blah. Sorry, I'm going to get to the end of the story really quickly. I got hired. I worked at North Market for a little bit, which is
Nice.
where I met some
Oh,
homies.
yeah.
And I couldn't pass my flow test.
Bro, it's hard though.
Dude, it's so hard.
It's like Dutch Bros boot camp.
Yeah, like it was so hard, and I basically like worked there for 2 months, and the chick, I don't remember her name, but she was so sweet, and she was like, you gotta pass this to work here. And I took the test like a dozen times, and the 13th, like I
No.
sat there at the office and took it 12 times, and she was like, you gotta go. And I was like, okay. And then I
Okay, so I'm going to pause you right there.
pause me.
Because you all know what that is, but I never worked at Dutch Bros. So
a good point.
what is a flow test?
It's basically the test you take before you get hired. So it's the main test that's like, all right, can you build drinks correctly? Can
It's
you build
called a flow because you used to actually have to do it, you know?
Okay, flow. Okay.
So you used to have to like flow in the shop and like work with other people. And then
Okay.
they would like make you do an array of drinks.
And they had like a setup in their warehouse that like resembled
It
the
was
shop.
it was a quiz. Like
It
what-
is
like what I
now
took was a
when you
quiz.
took it, yeah.
So-
But they call it a flow test
Oh, okay,
because of when they used to make you actually make drinks.
that makes sense.
Okay.
But it's basically just a testing
Yeah,
thing to
Okay.
make sure that you can get the job.
on the drinks.
Yeah.
On how they're made.
right. So I have a wild theory, like with the flow test, because like the stuff they quiz you on is like how to make a low fat, sugar free kicker, and I'm like, like people who go there are like full on addicted to sugar.
Yeah, it might as well not even be on the menu.
Hey, man.
Yeah, like it's like
Like you're in a lane, just be in the lane.
yeah,
in the
just
do
like
what you
own it.
do.
Like
Don't
it's
pretend like you're gonna be sugar free.
yeah.
Pretend?
But also, Dutch, if you're watching this and you want to sponsor an episode, like, let's talk, dude.
Honestly,
Like,
shout out to the
drinks are bomb.
Rezzies.
dude,
Shout out to the Rezzies.
let's
What are you
go,
shouting
dude.
Yeah, shouts out.
Okay.
Okay.
Resner 2024, honestly.
Okay, so I want to jump into Preston.
So yeah, I would say primarily like I'm a musician.
Yep.
But I did do the Dutch Bros thing, so I worked there for about 5 years. And I just recently started barber school as well. So I did want to pursue like the tattoo thing, but kind of knew that just wasn't my lane. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I love the culture. I love that, that like club,
Right.
You know, like that tattoo club,
It's like the cool club.
right?
Yeah, totally.
And I wanted to
Unless
find
it's Iron Mountain.
exactly. And I just wanted to find somewhere where I
Jokes.
fit in that was still that vibe.
Yeah.
And it happened to, well, I hang out with this guy a lot, and he was halfway through barber school.
Yeah.
And so I just sent it. So I'm about 500 hours in out of 1,000.
That's rad, man.
Are you having fun?
Yeah, school sucks,
yeah.
but
I feel
cutting hair is fun.
a common thread
pretty
that
grueling.
a common thread that I'm hearing is like barber school like sounds really cool, but then you get into it and it's basically like doing a bunch of things you're never gonna do.
Yeah, I've done probably 100 perms on mannequins already.
Yeah.
You know, I'm pretty fucking good at doing perms though.
Want to do a perm on me?
Yo, you down?
Yeah.
Let's go.
For
let's go.
sure. I'm getting
go.
thin up top, but it'll still look
Yo,
real
I'm
crazy.
down.
Taking it.
Like, I'm
Yeah.
getting real good at them.
Okay, so you're a musician. So what do you play? And tell me about like your career thus far in music.
Yeah. So I play drums, and I'm 27, and I started when I was 8. So 19 years.
That's impressive.
Started playing at church. Got free lessons from a guy that was playing on like the main worship team at the time. And shouts out to him. He like really just was able to give his time to just teach me for free.
Yeah.
For like 3 or 4 years, which really set me up. Because then I started playing every week at like the junior high services.
Yeah.
Like the junior high band and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I found like a lot of people in the scene, like that's where they started to.
Yeah.
Like that's where they learned how to play guitar.
Yeah.
That's where they learned how to like play in front of people too. And I really think that helped because I was playing every single week. You know, you're in front of people, you're playing shows every single week.
A lot of reps.
There's no alcohol there,
A lot of
and there's no
reps.
pits.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's a show. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're 12, 13.
Yeah.
So
some churches pay.
you're getting your chops. Our church never paid.
Yeah. My church never paid either.
Mine either.
So from then, I always wanted to be in a band. My brother was in a band. And then I kind of just met the homies. I met Zach Lugo.
Yep.
And like the beginning homies like Santino and like Logan.
Yep.
Shouts out.
That's when we met.
Yeah.
Around, I don't remember how old you were exactly when we played our first show together.
Yeah, I was a freshman in high school when I met Luke, and he was living in Reno at the time. He was playing in the Waiting Ends. I don't know if you mentioned that in the last.
I did not.
He didn't.
But yeah, that's how I met Luke. We were just playing shows, which was crazy because, I was like 14, you know, being able to play drums and meet people that were really influential, like, and it was sick. So to go on from there, I played all through high school, and through, we switched up bands. We were in a band, like, then, you always break up and you get into the next band.
The next band.
And we pushed pretty hard for that.
What was that band called?
The second band we were in was called Long Live the King. It was just some like Christian metalcore band.
Cool.
The best.
Yeah, which is, everyone's dream, right?
Yeah.
Everyone wants to be like Devil Wears Prada or like
OG Under Oath.
OG Under Oath or
sure.
anything like that.
That's like a whole dude. I could talk about OG Under Oath for hours, honestly.
So let's see. After that, we actually started the band I'm currently in now, which is Radine.
Dude.
And
Love Radine.
It's funny if you listen to our most recent album, one of the songs on there, the song title is just blanking on me. But that was the first song like we wrote together in my parents' bedroom.
How's it go?
Dang.
Oh, it's blanking on me.
Okay. Because like I know a couple of the songs.
Preston only knows any song
please explain this.
by like the first 2 seconds of the riff.
For sure. Yeah.
So it'll be like,
Yeah.
this is the one that's like,
It's
and
an
he's like,
issue
oh,
I
okay,
have.
cool, the song.
I
It's
don't
the
know
one that's
song
like
titles.
written to do.
You have to sing me the first 2 riffs of a song for me to like.
I'm like that.
It
I'm the
sucks.
same way. I think it's like, did you have a ton of burned CDs growing up?
Yeah, I did a lot of mixtapes.
Yeah. So it's like song titles was never instilled. Like people are like, what's your favorite blah, blah, blah song? I'm like, I don't know. How does it go?
Yeah. Oh, it's you only got one thing. You got one thing right.
Yeah.
That song.
I don't know the
Yep.
title, but
See, and
Me neither, but I know that song.
but you have to
Isn't that song
say
called Vanished?
da-na-na-na-na. See, you probably know. See, once you sing me the first 2 seconds, I'm like,
Yeah.
I know the tempo, I know the entire song,
yeah.
but I don't know the.
Are you guys putting out new music?
Yeah.
Because today I was
November
on
4th.
today I was on Instagram and I saw everyone resharing something. Can you what is that about?
Yeah. So that's coming out soon. November 4th. It's called Down Bad. It's got 5 tracks on it.
Is that the stuff that we did?
Yeah.
Is it gonna be that or is it something else?
Oh, you mean the album art?
Yeah.
No, dude, I got to show you the album
Okay,
art.
cool.
The homie Brody Bowen did it.
Wait, can we see it right now?
Yeah, I can pull it up.
Yeah, let me pull it up on your phone.
Exclusive.
Exclusive, dude.
Ooh.
I mean, you could Chromecast. That way we could see it on the TV.
Cheers.
Oh, shoot.
Pretty hype.
Let me see
it's
if the
good.
camera can see that.
That's nice.
Can we get a?
So we haven't released the actual album art yet. So this will be the.
That's sick, man. And you guys just showed the little hand. Like that was the only teaser.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
that.
That's
so sick, man.
That was great.
Yo, shout out to Brody if you're listening to this.
Yeah, Brody's the homie.
Brody's sick.
Yeah, that turned out.
Okay,
awesome.
question. What was like your? Actually, this is a question for both of you guys. Barber. I understand why people love barbering and stuff, but what was like the niche part of it that like hooked you in, where you're like, I want to go to school for 1,000 hours to learn how to do this.
I got super into like when I was working for the fire department. I loved like the attention to detail.
Yeah.
Like I loved getting good at something that I could never really be that didn't finish, you know? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
No cap.
no cap.
No cap.
There's no cap. There's no
Right.
capacity.
Yeah.
And I loved that there's always something that you could kind of tweak or like try differently. Like I got obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like anytime I get like super into something, I just get so balls deep. Like I get psychotic about it. you
Yeah.
know? When it was firefighting, I was like all in. That's all I cared about. And it's kind of shifted a little bit
Yeah.
to cutting hair.
That's cool. So the thing that roped you in is like the meticulous detail.
Yeah.
That's cool. But also I feel like barbers and tattoo artists like aren't very far off. I feel like with how they like carry themselves and also how they dress. And it's like I can walk into somewhere and see two guys, both of them are covered, you know, from head to toe, have sick haircuts. And it's like, you're either a barber or a tattoo artist, or you're both.
Sure.
And there's like different types, you know, like there's different
Totally.
types of barber shops.
for
and there's
sure.
different, like they coincide with each other, you know, like there's
very similar.
straight up like
Yeah.
traditional ass barber shops.
Yep.
And then there's like super blurry fade, like
Yeah.
the equivalent of like a straight up photorealism shop or something
Yeah.
like that, you know?
Yeah.
There's like different styles of barbershop and tattoo place that kind of, you know, they like match.
Yeah. Yo, shout out to my
Leave
dog.
all of it in.
Shout out to my dog Jeremy on the ones and twos.
Let's
For
go.
sure.
Yeah, smash that cheer button.
Cheer button.
Smash the cheer.
Speaking of smashing, shout out to Liquid Death. This is not like all the way sponsored, but I want it to be. And
Shout out.
I've emailed you guys a couple times. So let's talk, baby.
Honestly, it hits.
It's pretty nice.
What is there?
This is my first Liquid Death ever.
Murder your thirst. Also, okay, I'm being so
It's nice, dude.
I'm being so serious. Their merch is so sick.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know of many water companies that like I would wear their merchandise.
Totally.
Where are they based out of?
I don't know.
Is it? I feel like it's somewhere like Australia or
if-
something.
If Dasani made merch?
What?
That's
Made in
trash.
Austria.
Oh, it's from Austria. That's weird. I didn't
That's
know that.
sick.
Dude, their merch is so cool. It's like stuff that we would wear, but like on clothes. Like they just came out with these pants that they're like Dickies work pants, but they have little skulls all over them.
Dope.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, their branding is definitely great.
We carry them, or we used to carry them at Evergreen. I don't know if they still do anymore. But let's jump back into, I'm curious what your appealment was to barbering.
Yeah, there's something really cool about like providing a service that people have to come to you for. I'm sure that Luke can like attest to that. It's cool that like people can come to you and be like, man, I can't do this myself. And I know that you can do it, and you hold this vibe and you hold this like this club like
Yeah.
vibe. And that's really what drew me in. Going to a cool barbershop and being like, this is cool. Like,
Totally.
This
Yeah.
is like camaraderie. Like
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
I'm part of a club. Like not everyone belongs at this barbershop.
Right.
You know? There's some barbershops where you walk in and you're like, oh, this isn't for me.
Yeah.
Totally.
Like I don't want to get my haircut.
But
here.
they're full.
Yeah.
They're full. The seats are full of people who feel like they belong there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
So
that's-
I started seeing like the barber scene that's like people that look like me or you know what I mean? Like people that are covered in tattoos, people that have my same style.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, this is way more apparent. Like this looks like the people that I would hang out with. This looks like my vibe.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what drew me in, and that's
great.
history. Yeah.
Dan Flashes, dude.
Dan Flashes.
It's exactly my style.
I don't know what that is.
The shirt is so complicated.
I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. So
Taylor, you play music too, right?
Yeah, you could say that a little bit.
What I'm curious real quick, what is like, give me your guys like top 5 bands, no specific genre, just like you had 5 bands to listen to for the rest of your life. Who are they going to be? Actually, let's all go around because I just put myself on the spot too.
Yeah. I'll start with
Dang, I shouldn't ask this question. I'm not prepared.
no,
That's
chill.
a big ask.
I'm going to go with the Wonder Years first.
Okay.
Oh,
that's
That's
shoot.
a 10.
Okay,
That is a very Taylor first band.
definitely.
Yeah, obsessed. Let's go around. I want to go around and get 5.
From each of
Total,
us?
yeah.
Okay, cool. So his first one is Wonder Years. I think my first one
We're the same.
would probably be, oh my gosh.
Just say it.
I'm going to put,
Say it at the
I'm going
same
to put
time.
Blink-182 in there.
Exactly.
Cool.
Yeah.
Same.
Blink's in the top 5?
Well,
Oh, Blink
yes,
is number 1.
But here's the thing.
That's sick.
I was going to say like Story So Far, all these people, but all of that is branched from that.
Totally.
Yeah,
so
that's a
it's,
good point.
So it's like,
Blink was
yeah.
Yeah.
the first
Okay, so
for me.
that's mine.
I know this is like sad music, but Death Cab for Cutie
my
was
gosh, dude.
the first
I
iPod,
did.
like the first band that was ever on my iPod, and that's the first band that got me into like this isn't Air One,
Yeah.
Totally.
this isn't K Love.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking for. I was looking like
This isn't Delilah?
I was really only allowed to listen to Christian music growing up for
Same.
like a certain amount
Same.
of time. And I remember that Death Cab was the first band that said "God damn"
Yeah.
on my iPod, and I was like,
Edgy.
Gotta hide it.
I'm
sticking with
Gotta
this
hide
band.
it.
But it
Yeah.
sounds like worship music at times.
It does, yeah. So Death Cab's got to be my number 1. It's been,
Transatlanticism.
bro, good album.
Dude, so good.
That album is, there's like this cathartic feeling that I get during fall when I put that album on.
Yes,
And it's
dude.
like, I put on, what's the song? It's like, I need you so much closer.
Yeah,
so
I don't
come on.
remember when we were talking about. I don't
Yeah.
know the song names.
I could look it up, but
Song names.
I'm gonna look that song up
I got it
it's-
right here.
what is it?
I don't know.
Is it the self-titled?
It's
I
literally
also-
it's the song Transatlanticism.
I was gonna say,
Oh,
is
yeah.
it
Yeah.
the?
That song, I
It's
can
great.
remember moving to Reading, and so I'm from Alabama, where there's none of this. Like, there's no mountains, it's beach, like it's hot, humid. I remember I moved here, and it was December, and dude, this is crazy. It was December. I was alone on Christmas
Oh no.
because my family lives in Alabama.
I remember you telling me
And I
this.
remember driving to Whiskey Town by myself on Christmas Eve with a like Carhartt hoodie, Carhartt beanie, black pants, black Vans, which is just what I wore back then all the time. And I put that song on and I drove to Whiskey Town and I had like Panda Express.
Dude.
And I sat on the lake
Oh my.
and I listened to Transatlanticism as the fog hovered over the lake. And most people would be like, oh man, that's depressing. Dude, to me,
No, it's not.
it's not depressing.
You needed it.
Yeah.
I needed it,
That
and
sounds amazing.
I was able to get the
That's my nightmare. You guys are tripping,
my
dude.
God.
I love that, to be honest.
You got to sit in the sadness sometimes. I'm sorry.
Okay, let's.
Amen.
Okay, so Wonder Years, Death Cab, Blink.
Blink.
Number 2.
Wait. I will say my first Death Cab tattoo was on you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What
Fuck
song
yeah.
is it?
Do you have a Death Cab tattoo?
Yeah, it is.
does.
I Will Possess Your Heart.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
It's on his leg.
It's got like the 7-minute drum.
I did it.
Yeah, Jason McGurr. Dude, shout out to Jason McGurr if you're listening to this.
Yep.
And Ben Giver.
For sure.
Okay.
I'm going to go with one that I'm going to get some flack for.
Bro, we made you listen to Slipknot before
I
we
know, that
started
was
this.
bad.
It's fine.
Yeah, Taylor doesn't like Slipknot.
Why?
I don't
Come on.
at all. And
Okay, can I
See,
say
even Germ.
yeah, I'm trash.
We need to Germ cam.
Can I say
set the
one?
drum cam up.
I'm gonna say one little hot take, and then we're gonna jump back into this.
Yeah.
You like hardcore music, right?
I do, yeah.
Bro, do you realize all of that is from that?
No, I don't realize that.
Like all that music, like is. I think I said that weird.
Yeah.
Like all the hardcore that we love,
Okay.
there's like a fraction of that trickles down from Slipknot's influence. Mm-hmm. So it's like, why don't you like them?
Just be better. If they were better, I would like them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Let me Chase, did you listen to the newest Slipknot album?
Jeremy's
It's
pissed.
actually kind of bad. Like it's not okay. Sorry.
Oh, is it bad like the other ones?
It's no, dude. Okay,
Oh
Iowa.
My
Iowa from
goodness.
like top to bottom is fire. And in the 90s, bro, like listen, in the 90s, everyone was listening to like Smash Mouth and
Hanson, bro.
yeah, like you have like this dark record that at that time was so hard and was like scary.
yeah.
And then okay, I'm like losing this argument, but whatever. Okay,
It's
anyway.
hard to argue with me just saying they're bad with no explanation.
Yeah. Well, so
I get
so
it.
what was number 2? What was
Okay, this is going to be so much worse just because of the conversation we had, but I really, really, really like the Lumineers.
okay? I can't vibe with that.
I know,
uneducated
and
with
no
the
one
I'd rather
can.
you pick Bon Iver, which I love
They're
Bon Iver.
so like commercial target folk, but I can't help
least
but
pick,
really,
like,
really like them.
Mumford and Sons or something.
No, that's worse by a mile.
Okay. I'm honestly, here's the thing. I'm not gonna like crap on anyone for their music taste, so that's great.
I am. That's what I'm here
You
for.
did that to me, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Did I go second after you named yours? Okay. I need to like. Okay. So I said Blink is first. Number 2, Pink Floyd.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Bands that I have to listen to.
Left field.
Bands that I have to listen to forever.
Okay.
I could see
none
that.
Of, none
Say
of
more.
You, none of you.
Say
Dude,
more things about it.
bro, have you listened to "Comfortably Numb" by Pink Floyd?
Yeah.
Have you listened to the second guitar solo and the second half of the song?
No.
Dude, it like takes you to outer space.
Okay.
And I have this weird nostalgia thing where my granddad, this is weird for me to even say, but shout out to my granddad. He literally put me on to music when I was young. Like this man was in his like 60s and 70s listening to like Def Leppard.
What was his name?
Terry
Terry
with
what?
a Y. Terry Smith.
Sick.
That's sick.
Shouts out Terry
That
Smith.
is
He's so
honestly
sick, bro.
really
Like,
good.
I'm literally like, this is not for some podcasting. This is really like my life. Like my granddad would pick me up from school every day, have a Marlboro special blend in one hand,
Amen.
That's what's up.
and
dude.
cranking Hysteria by Def Leppard.
Dude,
What did he drive?
He drove a
Like an old.
it was a
beat-up pickup?
90s. It was a 90s Honda Civic, and it was gold.
That's not what I thought you were gonna say.
No,
That's definitely very different.
yeah.
But also close to the same.
Yeah,
he got a truck-
somehow it's the same.
he got
and
a-
Same,
very
same,
different.
but different.
He got a truck later on, but
Yeah.
so he was driving. He picked me up. He'd have a Marlboro special Marlboro. It's on your hat. He'd have a cig in one hand, listening to Def Leppard. He put me on Def Leppard. He put me on Pink Floyd. He put me on Eric Clapton.
Dude.
Layla.
Yeah.
Dude, my granddad. Like, he's supposed to be listening to like
I don't know those things.
Little Richard and like
Dude, the
BB
Clapton.
King. Like, so he put me on.
You never got put on the clap?
Eric Clappies?
Eric Clapton,
You never
bro.
heard it?
He put me on to like really solid like classic rock, but then also like Shania Twain.
Dude,
Okay.
Okay.
Like,
for sure.
so yeah, Pink Floyd. it's a nostalgic
Hit him
thing
with the
for me.
Twain.
Like,
Whose bed have your boots been under?
so that's my
Jason's
like
gonna find out.
nostalgia. That's why I picked them, because it's like a nostalgic kick for me.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay. Well, yeah, that's my second is also on some nostalgia. Goes into what my older brother was listening to at the time.
can I guess?
Guess.
MXPX.
Nope.
Okay.
MXPX is in my top 5 for those same reasons, but my number 2 is
ICP.
No Effects.
Okay. I don't like NoFX,
For sure.
but I'm
They-
not gonna crap on them.
One of the best bands ever.
Literally, I'm not here to like just put you down. I'm just saying, because this is a safe space, or it might not be.
Not with me here.
I literally,
For sure.
I don't like. I'm like when you've been tatting me. I've been at the shop and heard no effects, and there's this one song that's
right.
like, "Don't call me white, don't
Oh, yeah.
call," and I'm like, who just like jams out to this? But then
Me.
I also like
Literally
it's,
me.
but that's my thing, and I don't know enough about them, but I guess maybe it's the same thing with ska. Like I don't like ska.
Oh my
and,
gosh.
5 Iron.
And
Five Iron Frenzy.
I know that ska did so much for music.
The
Like,
OC Supertones.
yeah, like we've had this
I have
conversation.
no idea.
Like you can't like pop punk without ska.
I mean, a lot of people hate ska, so
Yeah,
For sure. But it's so good.
It's like-
they are wrong.
true.
I don't know, man. Anyway, I'm sorry. So no effects.
No
Respect.
effects.
I'm just gonna say Kanye West.
Oh, that's a good one.
That was a pretty good one.
Yeah, like hit first couple albums.
Yeah.
just gold.
Yeah, man.
College Dropout,
That I think college dropout and
Graduation,
Yeah, those are two like
808s even.
Yeah.
But anything after 808s, I didn't really listen to.
you didn't
or-
like Dark Fantasy.
Okay, so there was a few tracks off of Dark Fantasy, but a lot of those were skips for me.
Okay.
You know, like
Yeah, some of the skits I'm like I can live without them.
What's that Orange album?
Life of Pablo.
that also had
That
full
was
of
a
skips,
weird
full of skips
time.
for me. Yeah.
That was a really weird time in music and fashion. Like I remember a lot of churches were like using his branding and I'm like, I know you don't support him.
Sure.
I'm like, wow, that's so weird.
But yeah,
then
all of that old stuff.
I just got off a tangent. Sorry.
No, my bad. I didn't mean to.
No, you're good. Yeah, I love Kanye West actually. Okay, what's your third one?
Have Heart.
Okay, I love
There you
Half
go.
Heart.
Yeah.
I just got into them actually. When I was in Texas with Brendan, we drove around listening to.
They're
Heart.
perfect. It's a perfect band. I
Have you
got to
guys-
see him in 2019.
Have you guys heard of Prize
One of
Horse?
their last show.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna send you that link after this. Prize Horse.
Prize
I'm gonna
Horse.
tag you in this. You guys are amazing. They have like 1,000 followers. They're so new,
They
but
rule.
they're like
Where are
heavy.
they out of?
I don't. They're from Minnesota, Minneapolis. Kind of like Gleamer. Do you guys like Gleamer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like very heavier version of Gleamer. Okay, so yours was Half Heart.
Mhm.
I'm gonna get flack for this one, but 1975.
Not a bad band.
Not bad.
I'm waiting for you to say something.
In the top 5?
I listen. I have to go through. I have to go through all seasons, and
I
then
don't have much of a leg to stand on because I put the Lumineers in it.
yeah. So
true.
pipe down, little pup.
Everyone should really take what I have to say with a grain of salt, but I'm going to have huge opinions.
I think 1975, and I'm basing all of this on bands that I listen to when I like drive to the airport.
Sick. Maybe that's the question you should have asked.
I know, but
Dang.
that's just my own
No, just because
ammunition.
I'm like, those would be the like. What are the albums that are saved on your Spotify? Like
Yeah.
that's what that because I'm like
All the things
Death
I've
Cab,
named.
fucking Have Heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, what about you?
Oh man. I'm gonna have to stay with the nostalgia
Yeah, great.
kick. MXPX.
Yeah, love
Like,
MXPX.
these are the tapes. MXPX I was allowed to listen to because they were a Christian pop punk band. No Effects and Blink I had to hide under my mattress. So yeah, MXPX.
That's one of my favorite stories. This is number 4 or
Yeah,
number 3?
I didn't hide other things under my mattress as a kid. It was secular punk and pop punk music.
Yeah. You wait.
Edgy.
Is this number 3 or number?
That's 3.
This will be 3.
This will be 3. Okay. Go ahead, dude. Oh wait,
Oh, it's me
No,
again?
No, it's I need to go.
is it you? Oh my
But
god,
I'm not
dude! I'm so
sure.
sorry, bro.
5 is a lot.
Yeah, 5 is a lot. I'm just gonna try to story
Great.
so far.
Yeah, dude.
For sure.
Oh man, I could.
That was
First
gonna be my
band.
next one.
I went and
could-
saw that band live probably 8 times. First band I ever crowd surfed to.
Dude, Parker
So-
Cannon, dude, if you're listening to this, please, let's talk.
Yeah, they're all super sick from Walnut Creek,
Walnut
California.
Creek,
So it felt like they were locals.
Totally.
So
What's
it
your
was super-
favorite album?
Oh, It's funny. I really did not like Proper Dose when it came out.
Yeah. I
And
get
now,
that.
But it
honestly, it grew on me.
grew.
And now every album's my favorite album. I
Yeah.
can't, like, it's all just one big
Yeah.
collection of songs to me now. And it's been such a, like, special band to me. I know, like, it's still a like, newer band, but
Yeah.
they're still so close to my age that it feels so close to home. And, like, they are so close to home. So, yeah, Story.
I think I'm just going to say this real quick. My favorite album from them is The Things You Don't See.
Such a great album.
Like, I have the drums memorized. Like,
Dude, Ryan Torf. Shouts out.
They might not be like accurate, but on my fingers when I'm tapping, they're for sure accurate.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Air drums. I'm a pro, bro.
I'm Neil Peart at air drums, honestly.
Quick fact, he had a hip surgery and no longer plays with them, but he like plays drums for them. He now plays like keys and does like backtracking
Oh,
for them.
cool.
So
Dang.
he's still on stage, but they got a different drummer.
That guy's a
Wow.
beast. Is
Yeah, he rips.
this number 3?
Oh, this is number 4.
Oh, okay. Sorry, can't count.
It's tough.
It's tough. 5 is a lot.
I know.
This is easy.
Yeah, 5's easy, dude.
Yeah. I don't care about 5, bro.
Let's go with a country artist, Benjamin Todd.
Okay.
You guys heard that?
Yeah, I messed
I'm
with that.
unfamiliar.
I've been on a big country kick lately.
Ben
Yeah,
Todd, dude.
Ben Todd rips.
Benny T's, dude. He is really good. Just put out a new album. It's so good.
You just gave me my next one.
I did?
Do you know who it is?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Sorry.
Okay. Dang. Dang, man, I don't know where to go because my music taste is my identity. Unfortunately, it's like
5's not even hard, dude.
5's easy. 5's the one.
5's is safe.
5 is safe. 5 is best.
okay. I would say okay. Story,
Sure.
yeah, story so far for sure. That's mine.
Oh, I mean, I've just figured that was a unanimous.
Okay, yeah, let's make it a
Spot.
unanimous one. So we're on the last one now.
Yeah.
Even though you said country, we're throwing it in yours as well.
Yeah.
You get 4.5 or 5.5.
Yeah. That works for me.
Is that your last one?
Oh, I get one more?
I guess. Why not?
Yeah, baby.
There's no rules on the podcast,
keep going,
dude.
dude. I'll just keep going.
There's no rules.
God, probably Long Live the King or like
Oh,
Radine or
shoot.
something. Or like the
God damn it.
Undercities or something. Those are like my
Undercities,
favorite
yeah.
bands, dude. I fucking love those.
Are these bands that you guys are in?
Dude, Wolf Tickets. That's my favorite
That's
band.
the
Bobby
best
Thomas.
band. Damn, dude. Bobby Thomas is a legend.
Some real big hitters.
Okay.
Big hit, dude. I'm just going to say it for Preston and I. Weird Al.
No. Ugh.
Yeah, Yeah, that's a thing that is near and dear to my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Weird Al is the first album that was ever purchased by me
Yep.
at the Goodwill
First album.
in Oregon somewhere. Yeah, Alapalooza.
Okay.
So good.
Oh,
Such a great album.
I got my last one. Nas.
Nas. Okay.
Yeah. Illmatic.
Cool.
It's if someone was to ask me what the greatest hip hop record of all time is, it's that, in my opinion.
Which one?
Illmatic?
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with Nas. I just, again,
No, it's cool, man.
the albums, the song names, everything just goes out the door for me.
There's that album's got some big hitters on it. I mean, I love Wu-Tang too, but no.
I was going to say, you better say Wu-Tang.
No, I love Wu-Tang. But for me, I think just Nas, like the production.
Jeremy's out of here, dude. He's over it.
Jeremy's leaving.
Jimmy says, fuck that.
He's running,
Nas,
bro.
he's like, fuck this, bro.
Yeah, I like Nas. Anyway, we can
Sick.
go on to yours now, Lukey boy.
What, number 5?
Yeah, it's the last one.
Last one. Shoot. It's a hard question to go for 5.
You just got one more.
We might have to cut this
It's on
pause,
the teeth
dude.
of the tongue. Tip in the lips.
Tip of the tongue and the lips.
Yeah, this part's gonna have to get edited down.
Yeah, I can't.
I'm not taking this out. This is
minute.
going straight on TikTok.
Shoot.
Just a bunch of us being like,
I can name so many bands I love. Just not right now.
Name 5. Oh, you like bands?
I
Name
like
5.
bands.
name every band.
You like
Name 5 bands you like. Angels and Airwaves.
Yeah.
Not every album, because they got a little weird.
We don't need to whisper.
Yep.
I Empire.
The Adventure.
Yeah. I Empire is good.
I Empire. Yeah. And again, the Preston thing. I don't remember all the album names or track names. I just know every song, and I love
Yeah,
them.
by heart.
We don't need to whisper like from top to bottom is amazing.
Yeah. And then I Empire.
I remember
And
when I was
also the latest one
I haven't listened to the
is
new one.
very good.
When I was in youth group, I went on a like a camping trip with like a boys trip or whatever. And
Church camp,
we were
bro.
we were in Panama City.
Boys trip.
And I was in like 8th grade, and I remember it was like I was the runt. Like I was not old enough to go on these trips, and my mom like asked, "Can he go?" And my youth pastor was like, "Yeah, whatever." And we were on this trip, and everyone, it's like 11 o'clock at night. Everyone's in their bunk, and everyone's like talking about music and stuff, and they were listening to like weird stuff that I've never heard of, and I was like, "Yeah, I like Blink-182," and they're like, "Oh, you like Blink?" And I was like, "Yeah, I love Travis Barker." Blah blah blah. And I was like, it's really weird. I just got into this new band, Angels and Airwaves, and he sounds just like the lead singer of Blink. And dude, they flamed me. Like I was such a sweet little boy and did not know that Tom.
You deserved it.
I did
I
not
agree.
know that Tom DeLonge was the lead singer of Angels and Airwaves too.
They should have found Jason and then left you outside.
Yep.
Dude, I
You're
got
done.
flamed. And I think that fueled my like, I'm always gonna have something to bring to the conversation and know something because of that. Like no joke. I think that's what fueled that. I was like laying in bed like 11 or 12 years old, like I'm never going to be an idiot about music ever again.
I'm never gonna be stupid again.
That was my that was my villain origin story. Panama City Beach, 2008.
I just found out that it's Dave Grohl, right? The vocalist of Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I just found out that he was the drummer of Nirvana.
No.
Wait, what?
Like 2 years ago.
No way.
Swear.
That
like
might
my
be
whole
worse than what I said.
I didn't know. Like
I
who,
mean-
like it's not like anyone went up and was just like, "Hey, do you know?"
Totally.
I fucking
Mary,
I had no,
did you know?
I had no clue.
Mary, did you?
And when I found out, I was like,
It makes sense.
"Why didn't anyone tell me?"
Yeah. Did you know
You
that?
felt so betrayed.
Yeah, I was pissed.
Oh, didn't tell me.
Yeah.
Did you know that he played for them Crooked Vultures?
I don't even know what that band is.
So Queens of the Stone Age.
Yep.
He played for Queens of the Stone Age.
I did know that.
Lead singer of Queens of the Stone Age split, started a new band with John Paul Jones from Led Zeppelin, and that's them Crooked Vultures with Dave Grohl.
Damn, that's sick.
They made like 2 albums and then dipped, but they were
That's
all
dope.
right. When you've heard one band like that, I mean, you've heard them all, really.
Sure.
Okay, that's great. Do you have any questions you want to ask them, Luke? We've been acting really silly.
This is Silly Goose podcast.
Silly Goose. Welcome
Welcome to this.
to the Silly Goose podcast.
Silly goose.
I would like to know, where do you guys want to go with barbering?
That's a great
Do
question.
you have dreams or plans? Like, are you just gonna stay in Reading and cut, or what are you guys thinking?
I don't know. It's all up in the air for me right now. Like, I am playing around with the idea of moving out of Reading and trying to get to a shop somewhere in Southern California. Nowhere specifically, but like just somewhere where I can like super like cut a ton of heads. Like
Yeah.
somewhere that's super busy.
Just
that I
yeah,
can
street
get-
shop.
Yeah. Like
Get people in.
like really cut my teeth in a shop down there.
Yeah.
I super want to work for this company called Uppercut.
Oh, I've heard of them.
They do a lot of cool stuff.
Oh yeah.
But other than that, like ever since everything that happened with the fire department, I'm like, I'm not trying to like have a bunch of ties to stuff, you know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like not hold on to anything, and
Right.
like I'm just trying to be
You
adjustable.
You want to spread those wings.
Dude, I just want to fly.
You just want to fly, baby.
Honestly.
I can dig that.
Uh-huh.
Okay. P?
For me, the goal is to basically try to learn as much as possible. When I get out of school, I want to be basically like an apprentice,
Right.
and I want to work under someone for a long time who's been doing it forever. Try to get the tricks of the trade and get a really solid clientele. Yeah, and then to someday be able to like pass down that same knowledge.
Totally.
But do the same thing that Tay's doing. Like where we're at right now, we don't really have the opportunity to cut a lot of different types of head. Like there's not a lot of diversity here in Reading.
Totally.
Right.
And so we're cutting a lot of like older white male heads. Where if we like move to the city, we really can learn the tricks of the trade.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you're really doing a different haircut every 30 minutes.
Right.
Which I would love to get under my belt.
Mm-hmm.
But the main goal is to just have a super solid clientele and to be able to have like people that are just like comfortable in your chair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
That are coming back.
yeah,
Exactly.
If I'm never gonna have the best haircut, like you know what I mean. I'm never gonna
Totally.
be the best barber, but
Yep.
I may be the best vibe for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I may have the most comfortable place for you to be, and that's what I'm basically going for.
Like our time together is going to count for you and me.
Yeah. Like I'm not ever probably going to do $100 haircut. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Like I don't know. I might though.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's also my vibe. So we'll see, you know, like I'm ready to see where it takes me to. So
It might be cool to open a shop too.
yeah. The idea of
That'd be
opening a shop
something.
is fun too.
Yeah. I miss
That is
when I had the
a cool
Annex, it
idea.
was like a super, like I kind of missed that style of having like a place to throw shows at, and
right.
having a shop would be sick to like be able to have local, like somewhere to have like local DIY shows again.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great segue into this next question. Tell me about Reading's like the music scene that used to be here, because I feel like I missed it because I moved here in 2017. When I met you, the first time I met you was at Bob's, and we were having a Halloween party, and you showed up dressed as Fez.
Yeah, baby.
Fez?
Is that his name from that 70s show?
I don't think that was me, man.
No, who's the dude from that 70s show, the Hispanic guy?
Taylor was dressed as Kramer that night, I believe.
No.
No,
Are you
he
talking about
was-
Luke's birthday?
Yes.
It was Jerry Seinfeld.
I was Jerry.
Oh, Jerry
Oh
Seinfeld.
my
Not Kramer
gosh.
You blew it.
not Fez from that 70s show, who, by
Okay.
the way, is his name.
Yeah, okay. I was right, but I was wrong.
Yeah, you were almost right.
So
Yeah.
that was the first time I think I officially met you, and you were just standing in the corner with the microphone stand.
Doing stand up.
Yeah.
Bro, I kid you not, that
was
microphone
so
stand,
sick.
Yeah.
it stayed out there
It's-
to the day we moved.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure it did.
It just rotted in the outside.
I just had I had so many microphones after the Annex closed that I was like,
For sure.
Yeah, that like tell me about the Annex. What was that?
Yeah. So it was a venue. When I moved back to Reading in 2017, and when I moved back, I was like going through a breakup, and was working for the fire department, and I had so much money that I didn't really have anything to do with. My rent was only $200. I didn't have like a car payment or
That's
like
when you were living in the crawl space at C Street.
no, I was living in a garage.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Garage
It was-
Boys.
It was a bad garage. It was
Great.
like cramped and hot and cold all at the same time.
Yeah.
But it kept my, expenses really low.
Yeah.
So I could do whatever I wanted. So we were kind of like starting bands and stuff like that and playing music. And we were coming off the tail end of a venue that was like a house of our homies that they would throw shows like maybe once a month, maybe more than that. Preston knows better. Like
That was the Maple
How often
House?
did Maple House throw shows?
Yeah, we did probably about a show or two a month. We tried to not
Yeah.
drag it out or make it too oversaturated for sure.
Which I found out later was the right way to do it because we were coming off the tail end of that, and I was like, "Oh, dude, if shows are this sick, let's have them all the time." You know?
Totally.
If it's good now, if we do it all the time, it's gonna be great.
It's gonna even better.
Yeah. So I was coming off of that, being like, "Yo, we got to start some shit like right now." So we got into this coffee shop called Brew, and this dude at Brew, the shop's still open,
Yeah.
but like it's new ownership. The dude apparently was like independently wealthy and just like didn't give a fuck about it. Like just did whatever he wanted and like left the shop to be taken care of by the manager, who was like a homie. And he was like, "Yeah, dude, you can throw shows here." So we threw just heaters there. Like
For sure.
Who were some of the people that played?
Mom Jeans played.
Mom Jeans?
Yeah.
Graduating Life.
Yeah. Just Friends played.
P. Eddie and the Hyena.
Misery Trip played. They're huge.
Undercities.
Undercities played too. They're bad. They're good.
Bad.
Pine Grove? Did they
Bad.
play there?
Pine Grove
No,
played at
they
a house
at
show
house before that.
House show.
Okay, so
in Reading.
I want to get into that in a second. But so the Annex, what you said Mom Jeans played at the Annex.
They did later, but we
Okay.
were kind of coming off that. That's how we got into the Annex.
Okay.
It was like we got a bunch of money from like doing all these bands at Brew
Yeah.
because Brew didn't take a dime. They didn't really care. So we took that money.
Doing all these bands.
We were doing the bands, making money.
Sick.
And then we took that money, plus like a bunch of people gave us a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like we kind of put like a GoFundMe out to like offhandedly, like not really like thinking that it was going to do anything. And people gave a lot of money,
Yeah.
more
To
money
start a
than we
venue.
needed
We
to start a
started
venue.
people
That's-
started GoFundMe to start a venue and to get like venue equipment and things like that.
Yeah.
Just
Very
just
cool.
context of what the
So
GoFundMe
Yeah.
was about.
So we took that and
How much did you raise?
like $2,500,
Okay.
which at the time I was like, no way.
Yeah.
It was
I mean, $2,500
It's still a lot of money.
is a lot right now for
It
me.
built the stage for the venue, though.
Right.
It,
Yeah.
it bought the sound system.
Yeah.
It paid for basically everything to run a venue. It paid for the lights.
yeah, and like the rent for a couple months. We definitely would not have been able to do that if we didn't have that money.
The first time I ever went to the Annex, it was closed, but I was with my homie Gable and their band,
Yeah.
Gable Price and Friends. Shout out to them. They're going to be on here soon. And they were rehearsing and I walked in and I was like, what is this place? And I remember seeing like Luke's flash on the walls,
Yeah.
like all this stuff. And I was like, it's kind of dingy, but it's kind of sick. Like,
Yeah.
I would live here. Like if, like I would pay rent to like sleep in that corner next to his flash. And I walked in and like Gable, I asked Gable, I was like, well, how'd you get into here? He's like, I don't know, man. I just met this dude named Taylor and this is his
Yeah.
space.
Dude, shout
Booyah.
out to Gable. I lent my PA out to a lot of people, and Gable Price and his band were the only people that like I gave them the key to the venue.
Yeah.
They got the PA. I didn't even have to go and do anything. Normally, when I lent my PA out, I had to like show people how to use it
Right.
and like, set it up for them, put it away, tear it down. It was a whole deal. They went and got it, used it, and put it back like better than they found it.
It's really sick.
And they like really knew how to use the equipment like way better than I did. They're such wizards.
That's so sick.
Oh yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Shout out to them.
For real.
So yeah, so you had the Annex and then you guys were throwing shows at the Annex.
Yeah. So like our landlord was like the next building over,
Okay.
and he was the weirdest guy ever.
Uh-oh.
Like he was really cool, but like we could always hear him like yelling at his employees, like really aggressively, like yelling.
What was I
don't know
I
what
shouldn't
they-
ask, but what was the business where they
It was
They made like keys or something. I don't know what it,
it was like a
honestly.
hardware
of
Yeah, it was like a hardware store.
or something like that.
Is
And
it-
his name was just like Ron or Rob or something like that.
He's like
That's
the key
all.
dude from the Matrix.
Yeah, he just like
Dang.
I don't know
No,
how the
that guy's
business
tight.
made money, but it was
That guy's
weird.
tight, yeah.
It was a really
yeah.
generic hardware. It wasn't a store either. It was a manufacturer. It was like JW Wood Company. It was something like that, like where they manufactured like piping.
Yeah.
And then they sold that to companies.
It's like a hardware store
like
that would be in a show for like 30 seconds.
Cool. Okay.
Exactly.
It's like a fake
That's exactly
yeah.
set.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was a front.
It was a front.
It was for sure a front, yeah.
But yeah, the dude was super cool to the point where like we broke a window, like a big window, and he didn't charge us for it. He just fixed it.
Dang.
And then like Bobby was in there, like when I think it was like Addison was gonna play a show there.
Yeah.
And Bobby's in there hitting the snare like over and over for so long, like tuning a snare or something like that over the PA. He's got like a trigger or something like that where his snare goes through the PA. And he walks in, he's like, look, man, I want to be really cool, but you've been hitting a snare for like an hour. Like, you need to chill out.
For sure.
Normally, when a person would do that, they'd be like, look, man, like,
I'm going crazy.
Yeah. But he's like,
Dude.
he's like, I know you guys like to rock and stuff. I used to rock myself.
I
when
used to rock myself, bro.
But
I
you
used to
can
rock a
chill.
little bit.
See
This
this
snare
ponytail?
can chill.
Yeah.
Dude, that is so funny.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, Rob or Rick or
Whatever his name
Rich,
is.
whatever his name was super cool.
Yeah.
And like let us do shows all the time. Like didn't care. Just didn't want us to like be playing music super loud during business hours.
Yeah.
But yeah, even like when I went to like my lease was up, he was like, "Oh wait, dude, you're like didn't know."
Oh man.
Like didn't know anything about the lease. He's like, "Oh wait, dude, you're leaving? All right, I guess like are you gonna pay rent or like?" I'm like, "I already paid you rent. Like, what do you think? Where do you think this money goes?" Like, he's just so absent-minded. Like, it was like
Yeah.
the perfect landlord to be at your venue.
That's
you know?
so funny.
For what the scene needed
Yeah,
at the time.
just like a totally absent landlord. It was perfect for what we needed.
Dude,
Why did you guys
I-
close? Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna tell my
Yeah.
Annex story.
Yeah, go for it.
Really quick. So I came back to Reading to visit.
Mm-hmm.
So I had moved to Reno for a while. And I came back and I was just like, "Hey Tay, what's up, bro? I need a place to sleep. Could I sleep at the Annex?" And he's like, "Absolutely." Or you might have just told me that when you
Yeah.
found out I was coming, you offered it up. And I was like, "Yeah, me and my pup at the time, Ayla. She might have been like a year old at the time. Little puppy husky.
We
And
love Ayla.
So,
Yeah, just get Ayla on the podcast.
We should
dude.
interview her.
I mean, she's great.
Yeah,
She's a little
she's a little squirrely,
squirrely. She's older now, so she can't move as fast as she used to, but
dude. She's still got it. Don't.
she's still got it.
Yeah.
She's my baby. So we stayed at the Annex, and there was one TV in that back room,
Yeah.
and that was the first time I watched Coco.
What's Coco?
Oh my god, and you sobbed.
Oh, dude. It was me and Ayla, and I watched Coco.
Cocomelon?
No.
Absolutely not, Taylor.
Absolutely
Not
not.
Coco Melon.
Not Cocomelon. And I literally bawled my eyes out. And it's still one of my favorite
Preston's
movies
pissed.
and memories I have in this nog.
Nice.
It's just,
That's awesome. Yeah, we had a bunch of people stay there. It was cool.
yeah.
Like bands would stay there all the time. In retrospect,
Totally.
it was a little sketchy because like stuff got stolen, which is like
Wasn't me.
that'll happen. We had this like in retrospect, it was a bad idea. We were gifted like a, you know those like State of Jefferson flags.
Yeah.
I was like, hell yeah, dude, State of Jefferson, let's go. I don't know what it
Yeah.
meant. I was like, oh, it was a cool flag, let's go.
It's like X. That's
It's
cool.
got X's on it, dude.
Yeah, yeah, it's sick, dude. It's tough. It's got snake.
It's got good
badass.
colors.
Yeah.
Black and
Bro,
yellow.
this snake flag, dude.
Jeremy loves the State of Jefferson
Yeah,
flag.
dude.
Yeah, germ. Boom.
Did we-
Honestly, now, dude, let's get another one. Pull up a State of Jefferson.
No,
Pull it up, Jerry.
don't do
No,
that.
don't do
No.
State of Jefferson
Let's go.
for the Licky D.
But yeah, they like tore it down, and then like it's just weird stuff happened because I wasn't
Oh,
thinking.
they tore the flag down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Bummy, dude.
yeah, people would like graffiti the bathroom and stuff like that.
Did it close? You guys just did you
I
just
closed it just because like I was so busy with other stuff
Yeah.
that I was like, and like
Is it still
the
there?
scene goes through. Yeah, it's still there. The scene goes through like ebbs and flows, and
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'd say it goes in 5-year waves.
yeah.
So it
Are we
has
about
like a.
to take an upswing?
I feel like
Really?
it.
That was 5 years ago.
Yeah. So it feels like it falls into that, like when you look at the history of things. And those last for what, 2.5 years?
Yeah, about.
And they're really sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm ready for another resurgence, to be
Yeah, when
honest.
the scene's hot, it's
Yeah.
nice.
I think, yeah, I could say so much. I want to know about Maple House.
That's a P question.
Yeah. So.
And explain what it is, because I've heard of it, I don't know of it, and if I don't know of it, I'm sure a lot of people listening to this also don't know about it.
Yeah. Shouts out to Maple House. First off,
Big ups.
it was one of like the most influential parts of like my music life, for sure. Just surrounded by like friends and just the best vibes. But Maple House started because we were playing at a local spot in town called Sweet Spot, which Jeremy actually did a lot of setting up for. So he set up some of those shows and he worked at Sweet Spot. And there was a certain time where we got kicked out of there. We were no longer allowed to play shows there. And my band at the time, Goldberg,
Shout out Goldberg.
shouts out Goldberg, we felt like we were getting traction, and there was nowhere to play, and bands kept hitting us up. Hey, is there somewhere to play this weekend? Or like, hey, we got a tour coming through. Can you help us out? And so Chevy, our bassist at the time, his brother,
Shout out to Chev.
shouts out to Chev, man. He's love of my life for sure. So Chev's brother TJ lived in this house off of 273, and it was a house that like lit. It's hard to explain. It was near all these like big warehouse storage unit type things, right? It was like they held like gravel and like
Yeah, it was like a weird industrial area.
it was super weird. It's hard to explain, but there was a house that was around all of those storage units, those big warehouses, and it was gated. So it was super weird, and it was off of 273. And Chevy ends up moving in, and we had one show there, and the first show there was, or the first show was Misery Trip, Goldberg, and
Dying for it?
Curveball and Dying for It.
Yeah.
So these were all local bands. And the first show just went off. The first show
It was good.
it just went off.
Pull it up,
Yeah.
Jeremy. Pull up the footage.
Yeah, for sure. Pull it up, Jeremy. And from then on, it was probably like we said, 1 or 2 shows a month, and it got to the point where kids were just piling out of the windows during the shows. Like you couldn't breathe in the house. It was just packed like sardines.
Did you live there?
I didn't live there, but I practically lived there. You know, that's where the Berg van stayed. That's where most of our gear stayed. But yeah, that was some of the craziest times. Is just
What are some like big names that played there?
Free Throw played there. Mom Jeans, Graduating Life. What are some other like larger names? That was the biggest package.
Didn't Save Face play there?
That's the band I'm thinking of,
Yeah.
Safe Face, and they're on the ups right now.
Yeah, aren't they about to go on a tour with someone that's like super, like a big? US?
I'm not sure what the tour is. Yeah, but it. I'm trying to think. Oh, Fossil Youth.
Okay.
Yeah. Born Without Bones.
Born Without Bones. Yeah, like obviously the roster goes on.
Yeah,
Totally.
But yeah, it was really just the craziest thing because it was a house show experience, but we were able to fit hundreds of kids because we had a gated
Right.
like
Yeah.
parking lot for a secluded house. Like that doesn't happen.
That's
No way.
crazy.
And then they got kicked out just because the business that owned the home was just like, hey, we can do whatever we want. So,
Yeah.
but it was an awesome run.
speaking of tours, did you guys see that Blink's playing in Sacramento?
Blink, Turnstile, Story So Far, and Wallows.
Story so far is Europe.
Story So Far is Europe. They're not going to be in.
They won't be inside.
I for sure like mourned that.
That's
But
whack.
you know what's even whacker? The arena sold out in 5 minutes today.
Wow.
For
Guess who-
pre-sale.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get general admission?
Guess who got tickets though?
You?
Me and Lukey
Wow.
and
sick.
Jeremy.
That's sick.
Damn.
I didn't. And that's a show that I cannot miss.
It's on my birthday next year.
I cannot miss that lineup.
Oh, you guys have to be there.
Like that's
I'm
it.
sure there's going to be scalpers.
Oh, I'll do what I can.
Yeah.
But
Zach,
general admission, do you guys get GA?
there's not GA. It's an arena. So it's like there's the pit, section 1, 2, 3, and then 3 tiers of seats all the way around.
But
Interesting.
honestly, whatever seats you do get, just come and lapdog me.
Yep.
We'll get like a trench coat, a tall trench coat, and you can be on my
Yep.
shoulders.
Yeah.
Down.
We'll be 1 man, 3 men.
Yeah,
The trench coat. Yeah. I
1
love
man,
that.
3 men.
it's easy.
Okay. I have a question real quick. We're going to do rapid fire. So I'm going to ask both of you guys, I'm going to go through a list of bands or artists, and I want you to say underrated or overrated. Ready? Phoebe Bridgers.
Under.
Underrated.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
the best
Okay.
ever.
Casey Musgraves.
Overrated.
I don't know who that is.
Okay. Dua Lipa.
I don't know who that is.
Underrated.
Tyler Childers.
Underrated. So good.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, okay.
Underrated.
Yeah,
He's underrated.
So good.
Knock Loose.
Underrated.
Over.
Underrated.
I'm
You?
gonna go over.
You're going to go over?
Yeah.
Bring Me the Horizon.
Over by a mile.
Yeah. Overrated.
Slipknot.
Bad.
That's not one of the
bro.
choices.
Underrated. Underrated.
Under.
Slipknot.
Way over.
Okay, I'm going to be serious this time. Ready? Okay, Neck Deep.
Overrated.
Both of you guys said overrated?
I could do this forever,
Yeah.
dude. Jeremy likes that.
Jeremy
answer.
likes that, yeah. Actually, let me pull up my Spotify
I'm going
real
to keep
quick.
my
Yeah.
mouth shut.
I like Neck Deep, but
There
overrated
was
for
a
sure.
reason that I was like, this question is just for Preston and Taylor because I
Yeah.
know Luke would
I'm done.
go off. Counterparts.
Ooh. I'm.
I think they're overrated.
That's a hard one. Because I really am only educated with one of their albums,
Yeah.
and I
It's like-
listened to what their is it an album or an EP? Is it an album? It was solid, but
That first album that got really popular, it was super good. That album
that
For
was
sure.
pretty good.
isn't overrated.
Nope.
But they're overrated.
Yeah.
Okay, I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Turnstile.
Underrated. They're
Yeah, under. Even though they're the most hyped.
they are the
Yeah.
No
pressure.
I could go on.
No Pressure's underrated.
Under.
They're so good.
Anxious.
Underrated.
So
One
good.
step closer.
Underrated.
Underrated.
Suicide Boys.
Way over.
I don't
You're-
really know.
you're high, bro.
I don't really know them.
That's bad.
You're
time.
high.
I
Over.
don't really listen.
You guys are high.
This interview's over.
No more questions.
You guys are crazy.
Dude, Anxious and then One Step Closer. I'm glad you put both of those.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, that's about it. I can think. Oh, do you guys like rap?
I do.
You don't like
Sure.
rap? Yeah. Freddie Gibbs.
Freddie Gibbs was he on JRE?
Yeah.
I think yeah. He's good.
Yeah.
I've listened to a couple songs of his.
You don't even
he's chill.
know.
No say.
Okay. Drake.
Bro, I love Drake.
Overrated, dude.
Love Drake.
What?
Dude, Aubrey Graham.
Sick of these.
Sickities. Yeah.
All right, I lost. I can't think of bands. You guys want to hit us with any questions?
I got a question for Chase.
Okay.
That was quick.
Did you ever skate?
Yeah, I did for a little bit. I had a really gnarly injury when I was a kid. So I used to skate without pads and helmets because that's what all the pros did, I think. Or you look, in my eyes, I looked like a nerd with pads on, but I know that people wear them because they need to protect their noggin.
Pretty nerdy.
I had an element board and I used to
That's
skate. I used to skate, not at a skate park.
What
but
was
like,
the pro board? Do you remember?
I don't remember. But then I remember I would skate. We didn't have a skate park where I lived at the time, but I would skate on like road.
Like asphalt.
Yeah. And I didn't know how to like, you know how you get brand new, like you get brand new trucks and they're like slippery.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you guys looking at?
Tay is correcting over here.
What did I say?
Nothing wrong.
Street?
The street.
You
yeah.
said like road?
Taylor's like,
The
you mean
road.
asphalt, you dumbass?
You idiot.
I
Sorry, I wasn't a firefighter.
Roads are made of different stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I was on asphalt that you drive a car on that are made what highways and
Is the sidewalk part of the road?
no.
Nah.
Okay, I'm getting back to the question.
Sorry.
So I would skate on asphalt, and you know how you get trucks and wheels and they're like super slippery and new and stuff. And I was skating, and I remember I tried I tried to grind. And I didn't know how, and I like was skating, and I went to like do an ollie, and when I did an ollie, the trucks got stuck on the curb, and I went flying off the board. And on the asphalt in front of my parents' mailbox, there was a rock, looked like a dirt mound sticking up like this. And when I landed, my head just popping a zit.
Why did you say it like that?
It popped?
It's like, no, that's like what the rock did to the back of my head.
Oh no.
And
That makes me sweaty.
I
yeah,
would
no.
never skateboard again.
I've never stepped foot
That's
on a board
bad.
since then.
I'm surprised you're not wearing a helmet right now.
Yeah, no, that like messed me up. And I remember my mom was like, "You're never skating ever again unless you have a helmet on." And I was like, "Well, I'm not gonna look like an idiot."
Yeah, I'm not doing that, Mom.
I love skating though. I've always wanted to make like skate videos. I've always wanted to like work with artists and have like the big fisheye lens and have like really sick music playing in the background. I think those videos are cool. But no, yeah, that's about all I've done with skating. Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Being a street filmer, I feel like it's just harder than being a skater.
That's
Sometimes.
the thing that I recently learned is you probably can't video skating unless you can skate.
Absolutely.
You have to be, and without looking,
Yeah.
Yep.
because you're like either watching the shot or you're,
Running into a wall.
yeah.
Or rollerblades.
Yeah.
That is
Which
pretty common, right? Or it used to be for skate
knows?
parts.
Who knows?
I actually used to work at a skating rink
That's sick.
when I was in high
As
school.
what, the DJ?
So when I asked about skating, I meant
That kind of skating. Dude, I was on like a skate team and everything.
you were awesome.
Yeah,
What was
so-
the skate team called?
I don't remember. It was more for fun, but it was like we used to skate and like we would truck. Do you know what trucking is?
Oh wait, you started the team?
No. It was like just friends of ours who would get together, and it wasn't serious.
Wait.
You were in a
You were in
rollerblading
a
team.
roller skating team?
Yeah.
We need to back up.
Yeah.
That's sick.
You know, it was
This
crazy.
deserves its own podcast.
No, it was
Just
crazy.
about
Yeah,
this.
so I worked at the skating rink called Sunshine Skating Rink in Mobile, Alabama, and I like did like I sold candy and stuff and like would hand out skates, but I would also like run out on the rink and like ref. I would be like a referee and like blow the whistle
For
kids.
red light, green light.
Yeah, but if like kids were like fighting and stuff, which
they would fight?
You would
Dude,
ref the fight?
It was very ghetto. Like it was very ghetto. Like
Sick.
like the skating rink where I'm from is like the club for like 24-year-olds.
That's kind of what the skating rink here was.
Yeah.
Fucking-
It was called the Skate and Dance. Here,
Yeah,
right?
Did you go?
No, I wasn't allowed to go.
But dude, I'd find
That's probably for the best.
Yeah.
I'd find like condoms in the bathroom, like 7 and 8-year-olds. I'm like, this is weird.
Huh?
Maybe not the same.
Yeah, no, it's not the same for sure. But I worked there and I learned how to skate. I had a pair of really nice like speed skates that I ordered. They were blue and
What about your whistle? You have a pretty nice
Black.
whistle?
I did have a whistle, had a sick whistle.
Nice.
I had a jersey that was like your Ben Davis shirt, but it was striped.
That's sick.
And I would wear like a white shirt underneath
I wish
it.
you still
and-
had it.
Yeah. I did that and it was crazy, man. Like we would truck. Do you guys know what trucking is in skating?
No.
So maybe I can pull a video up or something, but
Pull it up.
It's basically
up,
like
Jeremy.
you there's a song and you guys synchronize skate behind each other
Oh, I know exactly what you're
on
talking
beat.
about. Yeah, I've
Like
seen
a
that shit on TikTok.
choreographed dance.
No, it's like, so you have a kick and snare, like doom, ka doom, doom, ka doom. But when you're skating, your legs are like
Yeah.
in sync with the snare. So every time
And everyone behind you is also doing the same. So
Yeah.
you're like in a train.
it was really big in the 80s,
Okay.
but it was actually so sick. And it was me, and it was like these 4 other dudes who would like meet up on Friday nights while I was at work, and we would just truck. And like we would play like
Damn, keep on trucking.
That sounds sick.
I'll
Bro.
have to find a video, but that was a weird time in my life.
Did
Would you
anyone
get
ever
back into
square
that?
up on you?
Can we go to Viking Skate and just,
You guys just
have a
asked-
skate night?
have a
Me
truck.
3 questions at once. What was the first question?
Would you get back into that again?
I don't know.
If
I
someone
don't-
hit you up, to your old crew hit you up and was like, "Yo,
Dude, I don't want to talk to anyone from that
we're
part
in
of my
Reading.
life.
We're trying to
Wow.
truck."
I don't want to talk to any of
Okay,
those.
We're
but-
trucking to California, brother.
What if we were trying to truck
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be fun,
at
dude.
Viking Skate?
Could you teach us how to truck?
Yeah, it's super fun. I mean, we're gonna look crazy out there in front of all those kids, but it was super fun. Yeah,
Down.
but
I'm down.
there's a girl who follows me on TikTok who I used to work with, and I'm afraid that I'm gonna like say something crazy about the skating rink I worked at, because it was like I was a kid, I was like 17, and like the stuff that was happening there, I didn't ask questions then, but then I would like go home and tell my dad, and he's like, "Oh, that's like they're doing some illegal stuff."
Whoa. You went back, didn't go truck?
They fired me.
They fired you for what?
Trucking.
I don't remember.
Too hard.
You were
I
trucking
think
too hard? Did you square up on someone?
I think the reason they fired me. No, actually, I quit that job because I got hired.
Oh, sure.
I
Well, now you're hired.
No.
I don't remember actually. I've worked a lot of jobs from now until then.
Have you ever been fired?
Oh yeah,
From what?
dude, you guys are
Besides
you,
Dutch.
You guys, no. You guys are literally making me incriminate myself. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was fired from a landscaping company.
Okay, but you could just
For being
rhyme,
too sunburnt?
rhyme words with these companies' names.
I'm not gonna tell you their names. I was fired from a landscaping company. I took the job because I really wanted to get out of another job that I was doing. And basically what happened was the person who was running this company, they hired a bunch of like dudes who were like fresh out of jail, which is
Cool.
like, I don't care. I'll work with whoever. But
So they all look like Tay.
no,
For
they
sure.
didn't. And
Oh.
I was like this like 18-year-old kid with a bunch of like dudes who were like fresh out of jail for doing like real stuff, like real bad stuff. And
Uh-oh.
not going to talk about it. And
Naughty.
anyway, I would work with them, and it's so funny because I thought this was so bad, but like now that I'm older, I'm like, yeah, I can understand why they would do that. It would be like 8:30 in the morning, and they'd stop and get like a tall boy of like Steel Reserve, and
Yeah.
then we would like go out and like lay like 20 pallets of sod
Sick.
at like 9, and at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
it's like 90 degrees, and they're just chugging Steel Reserves.
That's badass.
It's sick now, but when I was a kid, I was like, "Oh my gosh, why are they doing that?" But then, like now, I'm like, I kind of get it. But basically, what happened was
Nothing's changed.
basically what happened was is I was like looking at my time card, and I was like, "This doesn't look right for the amount of hours that I'm working." And I basically brought it up and was like, "I feel like I'm not being paid like enough for the hours I work. Like you're cheating on my time card." And then this was happening to the other people that worked with me, but they were too afraid to say anything to the guy. So I like stood up to him, and he was like, "Hey, we actually don't need you here anymore."
Damn, dude.
I was 18.
Dark.
Way to stick it to the maniosis, dude.
Yeah, you did,
Yeah.
dude.
Man, neosis.
Yeah, it was crazy. So that's
wild.
the only job so far that I've been fired from. I have a pretty good work ethic and reputation. What are some things that you guys are like looking forward to with being barbers? Or just careers in general?
Yeah. I'm looking forward to being in a career that I can keep moving, you know? I've never really lived anywhere longer than like a year or so. So somewhere that I can like keep hopping around, keep at the same job. I felt so like, you know, when I was at Dutch and when I was a firefighter, it was so like tied down. But now you can cut hair anywhere, you know. Being on the road
For sure.
is gonna be cool. Yeah, I'm stoked to not have any like schedule and stuff.
Yeah. That's sick. What about you, P?
I would say the thing I'm stoked for the most is probably the clientele, probably the long-term clientele. I like the idea of there's no one that's consistently ever going to cut my hair besides Taylor for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Taylor's cut my hair like 7 or 8 times.
yeah. And like, obviously I'm going to go and check out barbershops and like, get my hair cut by barbers that I look up to. But predominantly Taylor's going to be the one who's cutting my head forever. And that's a pretty big deal. And I'm excited to like be a part of that for my homies.
Yeah.
And like, just even the idea of like, I will cut my dad's hair forever. I've already cut like my nephew's hair. Like I was his first haircut, and I may be cutting his hair forever. It's just a cool thing. I'm sure like the tattoo world, like you're gonna get tattoos from like other people who you seek after, but like we were just talking the other day, like who do you really want to get the tattoos from?
My homies.
You want to get your tattoos from the homies.
Yeah.
Like
Absolutely.
you want to get your haircut from a homie.
Yeah.
So
That's rad.
just being the homie and
Yeah.
being the person that's
Yeah,
like,
the consistency of it is cool.
yeah, I think that's really cool. I think that's like, there's something special about having someone like that where it's like, oh, like my dad has this crazy story. He went to this barbershop in Reading for 30 years. The dude just quit, didn't say anything. He shows up and is like, where's Craig? He had to go find some new lady. Like, he didn't know. And he sits down. She goes, okay, well, what do you want? And he has to explain to this person what he wants. He's been just getting he's just been sitting down, and Craig's been cutting his hair for 30 plus years. It's just like, it's a weird experience, you know?
Yeah.
It's different. So
Yeah. That's
It's-
crazy. I never think about that. It's
Yeah.
like when I get tattooed, I don't really have to tell Luke much. I'm like, I want this.
Yeah, do
exactly.
your thing.
Like, and there's no like size or like weird colors. I like, I don't have to expect that Luke's going to throw like pink in my, or not pink, but like, he's not going to throw like neon green.
It's trust.
You know, it literally is trust. Even with barbering and getting my hair cut, even with Taylor cutting my hair, I'm like, I just want a mullet, and I know it's not going to look like some like new country singer. You know what I mean? I'm not going to look like an idiot or anything. What would you guys say if there's like someone? So basically, I have been meaning to say this for a minute, but No Luck, the podcast that I started, the whole point of this is I feel like people will say things like, good luck, or you need luck. You know, like there's people who, like if I'm going on a shoot that I'm really nervous about, it's like, hey man, good luck. And it's like, well, I don't really need luck. And I think that anyone who is good at what they do, they don't really need it, because what got them there in the first place is their talent. So I would say, like, is there a point in your guys' life where you felt like, okay, I'm actually good at this, and like I don't need luck anymore, now it's just on me? That's a fire question.
Yeah. God, yeah, I don't know. Definitely not with cutting hair yet.
No,
I've only been doing it for 2 years.
It can
but, like,
it can literally be like with music or
Yeah.
anything really.
Yeah, probably the only time I felt that confident with something where I was like, this is so second nature to me that I could do it without thinking, is probably fighting fire.
Yep.
I did it for so long and put so much into it that it's like, it's a little sketchier than like you kind of need luck. You kind of need to, there's some times where you do need to get lucky and just figure it out on the fly.
Right.
But like for the most part, like I put so much into that when it came time to do my job, it was It wasn't even a question. I just knew what to do. I didn't have to think about it. I could think about 4 or 5 steps ahead and figure it out, you know? Like with haircutting, you know, I've only been doing it since 2020. So I still have to really think about it. I'm super excited to get to the point where it's like I can relax and do cuts and hang out and be present and connect with people and not have to be so conscious of like, oh wow, what am I taking here? Like, do I need X, Y, and Z? You know,
Yeah.
that style.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything?
Yeah, I would kind of add on to what Taylor said of like, I feel like I'm almost on the exact opposite of that right now, where I do need luck. Like I'm only on my timesheet at school, I'm only 510 hours into my craft. So I feel very much like I don't know what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still just like trying to get the rein on things. But I would say that drumming for sure is something that I feel the most confident in my life. That's something that like I'm playing, and they say it's like the groove, right? There's a certain word. It's when you're in your groove.
When you're in the pocket.
When you're in the zone. When you're in the pocket, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where you're not really thinking about anything, and it just feels right, and you're able to just riff. You're able to feel really well. Just like things like that. When you're able to get in the zone, like with fighting a fire, I feel like that's things when you...
It's a super cool, like, place to be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say drumming. Yeah, music. Music
That's
feels incredibly natural to me
Mm-hmm.
at this point. But it was 10,000 hours, you know,
Yeah, it wasn't always
whatever
like
it
that.
was.
Yeah.
It's-
That's rad. Boys, thanks for coming on.
Thank you, man.
This is so much fun.
Yeah.
Give us what are all the places that people can find you, hit you up for haircuts? What are all your links?
Taylor X Barber on Instagram and TikTok.
And same, Preston X Barber. Instagram, TikTok,
Sick. People want to get cut, they just need to DM you.
basically.
Sick. Well, that's a wrap on episode 2. Thanks, Tay. Thanks, P.
Thank
Thanks,
you guys.
Luke. Thanks, Luke, for hanging.
For sure.
I'm signing off, and we'll see you next time.
Sick.